You're probably wondering, what the heck are we doing down here? What the heck is this angle? We're repotting my Monstera and she doesn't fit on the table. Look at her, she's so big. This is actually my Monstera Albo. But as you can see, she's like 3/4 of my height. She's got beautiful. Whoa, I've actually never seen this leaf. She's beautiful. There are 2 cuttings in this plant. The top one up here is a little bit less variegated. The one all the way down here that the sun has chosen to illuminate is very variegated to the point where it is starting to crisp up and burn. So the goal of this repot, A, is to repot the plant. It's in a pretty tiny pot. So I'm going to repot it into this one. This is the one that I had available. Don't comment about the size. Because it sits in full sun and it needs a little more moisture, and it's Monstera, so the roots grow really, really quickly. That being said, goal is to repot. I want to air layer it to propagate it because my ultimate goal with Monstera is to grow the fruit. The other Monstera that I have is huge. Like the leaves are like you could hide behind a leaf type of size. So it is very close to fruiting. However, I want to see what a variegated Monstera Albo's fruit looks like. So that's the mission here. So I want to find a spot to air layer so that I can propagate it and just grow the top and then give away the bottom. So repot, air layer, and I want to try to separate the 2 cuttings. This one is just getting way too much sun and I feel really, really bad. I feel like its growth is being hindered by the big one. So I kind of want to separate them, but we'll see how that goes. I forgot my like mat that I use for gardening. So this is the closest I have. I could use a garbage bag, but nah, I don't think it's gonna be that messy. The last time I did this with the big Monstera, we went from like a 14-inch pot to a 20-inch pot, something like that. Very drastic. And I ended up having to break the pot. So hopefully that's not what happens here. Also, why I've got this guy here, I am gonna just start to put it into a plastic container so that no matter what, I can just cut it out if need be and I'm not cracking open any more pots. First things first, get rid of the fungus gnat trap. I hope to never find fungus gnats in this ever again. That went literally nowhere. It's got 3 poles supporting it. So I'm going to try to take them out with the poles. How? Oh. I watered this a couple days ago. It's already dry. Why am I not? Oh, please. Okay, we're getting places. I think. I don't like this tray's sounds. There's a little node growing here and I don't want to destroy it. So I'm like trying to be careful, but it's in the perfect spot to grab. Okay, it's working. Okay. Yeah, this was like a clean sweep. You can see all of the root marks at the bottom. Well, glad we didn't have to break a pot. Taking a look at the roots. Pretty healthy. Like these are just normal Monstera roots. There's definitely a lot of them on the bottom. There's also some root boundedness on the sides, which, sorry madam, sorry. Thankfully, no root rot. This is where I'm gonna try to separate the cuttings. That's gonna be a disaster. I don't think it's gonna happen. So sorry, so sorry. Got a built-in mask. There's definitely some dry roots. My bad. I don't want to rip roots. Also, these poles were not anywhere deep enough. What are you? Oh, there's a succulent. Casually. As if this pot had room for more plants. I look like I'm about to like go in the desert. There's no way it's gonna survive if I leave it in here just because its roots are literally being overtaken. It has 2 aerial roots that are literally in the middle of the other roots. I think I might just cut the aerial roots. They're crusty dusty anyways. No, I don't wanna. I don't like harming plants. I'm just gonna cut the roots. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just tug. I'd rather damage the roots of the big one than the small one since it has more. Okay, let's see where these go. Oh, this one goes all the way to the bottom. This is the aerial root. Like, thank you for making this a lot more difficult. But wait, but that means it's getting good nutrients. So do I? I'm gonna move it. It's just getting burnt in the full sun. Okay, aerial. Now the second one. This is like a maze. This one I might actually have to cut. It just keeps going. It is so intertwined. Yeah, we just cut it. Okay. Ta-da! This one is... What the heck? Are there more? Are these? Nope, it is definitely this. Skedaddled everywhere. This one's a well-traveled route. I cut it. I got it. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Is there more? Oh, okay. There's a hair in my mouth for my hijab, of course. Cutting number one. You can see she has a good amount of roots, but she wasn't going to survive. Look at it. The new growth just keeps burning. Poor little girl. I'm going to repot her separately, but let's do this one first. I've gone ahead and prepped the little stakes. I do have some more potting soil on the ready, so let's quickly repot her. I think I'm going to do the stakes after. I need to take them out, actually. Just so frustrating, because I remember putting them in like a month or two ago, but she has outgrown them for sure. One stake out, two stakes out, three stakes out. Oops, sorry, that was not good. Anyways, this is what I'm repotting her in. Go ahead, put some. Put my base layer in. Oh, she's gonna be difficult. Okay. Should I have gone a pot bigger? She'll be fine. I'm just gonna put in one of the stakes. I had to move because the sun decided to move. I think I want to stabilize it first, actually. That way it's wrapped around the pole and the poles are not gonna stab into the roots later. All of her leaves face different directions because she's in a south-facing window corner. So I'm not too worried about which direction the leaf. Unfortunately, I can't choose. For extra support, right there. And then I will secure it together at the top. I think once I add the soil, it'll be a little bit more stable. I do want to reuse the soil it was in because obviously she enjoyed it. I'm just gonna add more coconut chunks because I think they disintegrated. It's kind of given hydrophobic. So I might mix in some new soil into the old soil. Actually, no, they're the same type. Now I'm just gonna dump soil in. The mess is required, of course. As I add soil in, I'm just going to re-support it. This is such a bad idea. There's that. Now to water her. Oops. Now for the other cutting. I think honestly. Okay, but I did say I want a plastic container. This is the biggest size I have, which is not ideal because I'm pretty sure she fills it up. I think I just plant her straight into here. I'm gonna do the base layer first. That's a good base layer, and then put this in. This is not enough soil. I do want to support it. It's facing that way. So I'm going to support it like this. I'm just gonna do 3 supports like the other plant. It's a little premature for something this big, but it's future planning. Now I'm just gonna water it. And that, folks, is how you turn 1 Monstera plant into 2. Soil is expensive. We ain't wasting it here. Although that is rude. Okay, there's that. This one is all set and off to its spot. Oh, it's so heavy. As for the big guy, now I want to air layer. I don't know yet where I want to air layer. I have moss somewhere. Let me grab it. I've got moss. I need to hydrate it. Hydrated. I don't really like using moss, however, I think moss is probably the best idea for this. I've also got my plastic wrap. All I need to do is figure out where I want to propagate. So I don't really care what happens to the bottom one. I do care about the top one. I think right here is when it starts to really fenestrate these beautiful leaves. So I think I want to cut there, but I do kind of want to make sure that the cutting underneath does get some variegation. I've chopped it once right there. So I want to avoid chopping it too close to that. I'm also going to investigate these nodes. Oh, this one has really good variegation. Where's the one underneath? This node has really good variegation too. So I think I'm going to propagate here. I want to propagate right here. The node right, you can't even see the nodes. The node underneath it has good variegation. And the node above it also has good variegation in case I need to propagate again. So from here, it's already got an aerial root. So I'm just gonna wrap the moss around it and then hope it starts to grow. It has this long root right here. And because of that, I feel like it's gonna struggle. It's also got one right here that's like dried up. Here's to hoping. I'm just gonna wrap it all up. I don't know how to go about this. This is a interesting one because the aerial root is so freaking long. Do that. And then I've got my plastic wrap and I didn't even like pre-cut the pieces. I'm gonna cut them as it falls out of my hand apparently. I'm gonna cut as I go. Ugh. There. That wasn't a struggle at all. I'm just wrapping the plastic wrap all around the moss I just added. And then I'm gonna try to make sure that I leave a little gap so that I can mist it as needed. Then I'm also gonna wrap the aerial root in moss, just in case that's where it decides to root from. And this is probably not the best moss for this. I feel like this moss is very chopped up. Okay. But it'll do. There we go. Ta-da! But I'm just gonna pour the remaining water into it just to make sure everything gets wet. It is taking a little leak. I think with that, my Monstera has been repotted. Actually, 2 of them. I've now got 2 Monsteras. Do you want to watch me attempt to carry it? Because I don't think I can. I think it's a drag. That is the whole plant now. But with that, I guess I'll try to carry it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, this one isn't bad. Okay, she's off to her spot.